Hey guys, welcome back to Den. Dave here.
Charles here, happy.
We're going to do a bit of a theory experiment today. You are, bugging out for whatever reason. You're on your 4x4. CB's not working due to nobody else out there, and your 4x4 breaks down. You're in the middle of nowhere, wooded area, and you need to find substance to eat. What are you going to do? You didn't bring a gun or a bow for whatever reason, or for whatever reason you can't have one. So what are you going to do? Well, stick with me after the intro. I got an idea for you. Hey guys, so the theory is, our experiment is, you're out in the woods, 4x4 broke down, or maybe it's running, but for whatever reason you can't go get a weapon of choice, be it a bow, crossbow, rifle, whatever. And it's, going back to civilization is not an option for whatever reason. Here's an idea. If you need to make a bow, you can take your CB antenna and turn it into a bow with a little bit of paracord, a little bit of time. Now I have this one wrapped in duct tape because this one is an actual fiberglass rod and it has no protective coating on it whatsoever, and it's really small, and it's actually good for him to train with. I think I can train, shoot. No?
Yeah, it's fun.
But I even have a little training arrow, and this at what is it? About 10 yards, 30 feet, roughly. This is strong enough, this one is, to go through a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. Now that's not much, but with a blunt tip, it's actually relatively decent, 30 feet. It's gonna go through a 1/4-inch piece of plywood with this little one. So I'm gonna show you how with this one. We'll put these down. Whee!
Whoa.
Alright, so what we need to do is we need to take our antenna. No, we don't need that at the moment. We'll slow that down here with these. Now most antennas have a narrower area at the top. Some do, some don't. That'll dictate how you attach it. For this, I'm just going to put a regular knot on this end. Sort of a regular knot. We'll go under, over, and then I'll make the knot on the back side of the cross. And no, this will not be pretty, but it will be functional, which is the idea behind it. Now we have that. Now what you want to do is you want to test to make sure it's not going to come undone. So just pull it down. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's going to stay there. Now we want to figure out, how short we want to make it. Best way to do that is take and pull it down, bend it, find a nice little spot, and sit. It'll still give you plenty of pull. So we'll do that right there, about 4 inches out in the middle. So this right here, we know is the base. This is where we need to be able to tie it. So we need to make a loop this end so we can wrap it around down here. And then once we get our loop in, we'll come back around like I've done on this one here. Made my loop, wrapped it around, and like I say, no, it's not pretty, but it's functional. It works. And you're in the middle of nowhere, nobody's going to see if it's pretty or not. So what we're going to do going to fast forward this so you don't have to listen to me talk. Okay, didn't take that long. What I've done is I've actually, once I made my loop around it, I've actually come down it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 times around it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up through here. I'm going to cut my rope right about here because I should be able to let go and it stay. So I'll cut it here. I'm using my sawing today. I'll come under, then back through. Fingers to work here, they're not very cooperative today. I'm going to pull it and then pull it back against my other rope. That'll help keep it nice and tight, keep it from wanting to come undone. Back around, go over my rope, and then just make me a regular knot. Off the excess, and then, excuse me, we got the lighter and fryer ends. Sorry, I can't put this on camera, it's a little windy today. What I did is I melted it down and kind of melted that all into one spot so it's not going to come undone. I'm going to do the same to this end. Excuse the young kid on a motorbike. But there, we have a working boat. And it's probably, I'm going to say 45 poundish maybe. Further back you pull, it's just like a regular recurve. Further back you pull, though, a little bit more you're going to get draw wire. So the next step, and I didn't bring anything with me to do this, but I can explain it. Next step is to figure out your center. From here to here, you can use a tape measure. You can use another piece of string. They're going like this. Fold it over. There's your center. Right here's your center. Now, what I did on my other one, can't see it very well. Maybe you can if I get it up there. You can see the little bit of blue tape right there. It is, once I figured out my center, I figured out which end I wanted at bottom, which I always put these at the bottom, for, just memory. Put a little piece of blue tape there, so right above it would be the center of the line. Then I went straight across, put a piece of blue tape on this, so center. So the tape is actually below the center line on both the front and the back. So I could knock my arrow, pull, and then let go. This one's actually got a heavier draw weight than this one does, but as you can see, we have 2 homemade bows made out of a CB antenna, a little bit of paracord, and like I say, this little one is great for me to teach Charles with how to shoot. They know that. Anyway, I can use this one to teach him how to shoot. Get some arrows with some broadheads, and I can actually take down game with it. Am I going to be able to take down a deer? Yeah, if I'm close enough. A bear? Not likely. Not unless you can reload really fast. And I can, so. But if you're sitting in a tree somewhere, and it's that because of the reason you're out there is, end of the world, no rule of law, whatever, and you need to get a deer, if you're sitting up in a tree, and you can get close enough, you can take one down with one of these. I mean, that's some pretty taut there. And there's enough room here for me to say 45, maybe 50 pounds of draw. I have no way to measure it personally, but I would assume, seeing as how this one, which has less draw weight, can go through a 1/4-inch piece of plywood at 30 feet, I'm sure this one, which is heavier, will do just that. And 30 feet, while not being a whole lot, if you're in a tree and you're on a deer path, 30 feet might just be what you need to get that arrow into that deer so you can have dinner. Those were just thoughts. It's an idea. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Once again, thanks for visiting the den. Catch you next time. Hey, this is Dave. Thanks for watching the den. If you like what you see, hit the little subscribe button that's going to be up here or down there. If you want to know when we release a new video, hit that little bell icon, click receive notifications, and that way you know when we release a new video. Again, thanks for watching the den. I'm Dave.
I'm Charles.
Remember, keep them loaded.
Keep it safe.
Peace.